Hi friends, it's been a long time since I made a video, so I'm so glad that I can make one today and it gives us a chance to spend a little time together. So in our classroom, we're talking about something that you'd find in the sky, and you'd find this in the sky at nighttime. And this is something that gave the wise men a clue of where they could find baby Jesus. What do you think it could be? Something in the sky, something that gave a clue to find baby Jesus, something that you'd see at night. All right, are you ready? I'm going to turn my screen a little bit so you can see up near the ceiling. Do you see what's up there? A star. So we're going to do some things with stars and camels and wise men and Jesus. So today is a day in church that we call Epiphany. And Epiphany is the time that the wise men came to see baby Jesus. So it's a celebration in the church. The wise men were actually kind of like kings, and we call them royalty, and they were very smart and they knew a lot. And the wise men would study the stars because they knew that there was going to be a new baby king born and that there would be a special sign in the sky. So it was a star. Let's sing our hello song, and then I'll read you a story about a Christmas cat. Hello everybody, how do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Hello everybody, how do you do? God loves you today. So this Christmas cat was a cat that Jesus found and Jesus loved so much. Now, part of the story, there's something that happens that's kind of bad. So there was a mean king, and his name was King Herod. And King Herod was jealous. He wanted to be the only king. And he knew that a new baby had been born and that people were saying this new baby was the king, the new king, the king of the whole world. Well, this made that king very angry. And you know what he said? He said, I think I'm going to throw away all of the boy babies because I don't want this Jesus to become a king. Now, we know a little bit more about Jesus. We know some stories about him as a man. So we know that he got a chance to grow up. He did not get thrown away. And this book will tell you a little bit about what happened and how Mary and Joseph kept Jesus safe. So this book is called The Christmas Cat. I'm wondering if you like cats or if you have a cat at your house. They're pretty cute. Okay, here's that town of Bethlehem in the stable. And do you see all this bright white? Those are the star rays coming down. The star was so bright in the sky that you could see it shining, even if you were on the ground or on the earth. Jesus was beautiful, just like all babies. And just like all babies, he cried. The night he was born, Mary couldn't do anything that would comfort him. She wrapped him in a warm blanket, she fed him, and she rocked him, but he still kept crying. Wow. Do you see this one where his mouth is open, just screaming and crying? Every animal in the stable tried to soothe him. Doves fluttered down from the rafters. They settled on the creaky stable door. They cooed and cooed and cooed, but they could not stop the baby from crying. The cow mooed low, as she had done for her own calf, but still, Jesus cried louder. The donkey brayed a lullaby, hee-haw, hee-haw, but that made Jesus cry the loudest of all. Who do you think this could be? Joseph? Oh, they're trying to get Jesus to calm down. He's so upset. Then a curious kitten crept out of the shadows. Step by careful step, he edged towards Jesus. When he reached Mary's feet, he crouched, He wiggled his back and he pounced onto her lap, rubbing his tiny nose against the back of Mary's hand. The kitten showed her that he wanted to soothe the baby. Mary opened her shawl. The kitten edged in and nuzzled Jesus' neck. Then the kitten began to purr, a calm, contented purr that came from deep inside. Jesus' tiny hand touched the kitten, and his crying grew softer and softer and softer. And soon the crying stopped, and the purring faded away. And in the silence that followed, every tired creature in the stable was soon sleeping soundly in the starlight. The babies grew close, as two creatures can be. Before long, the kitten became a cat. Jesus watched him as he chased butterflies in the tall grass. He watched the cat as he climbed the fig tree. And when Mary put Jesus down to rest in his cradle, it was the cat's turn to watch the baby and purr him to sleep. One day, an angel came to warn Joseph that terrible King Herod was looking for the baby Jesus. Jealous King Herod had heard about Jesus. He had heard that this baby would one day be king. Herod's soldiers were coming to Bethlehem. They wanted to find the baby and throw him away. And to escape, the little family would have to leave and go to Egypt right away. They thought it would be safe to travel at night when it was dark and the soldiers couldn't see them. "Hurry, Mary," said Joseph. "We must leave this very night." And rushing, Mary and Joseph packed and loaded everything that they could on their donkey. "Where is Jesus' cat?" Mary said just before the sun went down. "We must find him." So Mary and Joseph looked through the tall grass. They searched the shadows near the fire. They looked high in the branches of the fig tree, but the cat was nowhere to be found. "We can't leave him behind," said Mary. "We must," said Joseph. "It's too dangerous to stay here. We can't even stay one day longer." So just as the sun set on the hills behind Bethlehem, the little family set off on their journey. Okay, you see this light over here? We think it might be a campfire with Herod's soldiers. The desert air was chilly, and Mary held Jesus close, and she was hoping that the rocking of the donkey would fall him to sleep. But Jesus needed his cat, and he clenched his small fists, and he started to scream. Campfires glowed on the nearby hillside. Were Herod's soldiers there with their swords? What would they do if they heard Jesus' cries? "I wish the cat was with us," said Mary. Joseph nodded, and he kept watching to see if soldiers were near. But the cat was with them the whole time. To make sure he wasn't left behind, he had hidden in a basket that was tied to the donkey's body. When he heard Jesus crying, he woke up and began to wail. Jesus shrieked with delight, and he reached towards the basket with his arms, and with one strong leap, the cat jumped into them. "Shh, shh," said Mary, and she cuddled the squirming, licking, loving friends together. When at last the two settled down, the cat began to purr. The rumbling, as always, soothed the baby, and Jesus fell asleep inside Mary's shawl. He and his pet curled closer together. They kept each other warm as the donkey carried them far away from Herod's soldiers, far away to the safe land of Egypt. Love had saved them. The cat loved the baby Jesus, as only a child's cat can, and Jesus loved him back, as only a cat's child can. For all of the cats and all the children everywhere, they were meant for each other. from the very first Christmas night in the bright starlight. Now, if we read the Bible doesn't tell us that Jesus had a pet cat. Do you think someone made this story up and thought it would be a good idea? Well, look at this. Here is kind of a painting from a long time ago. And it shows baby Jesus, and it shows a cat, and it shows Mary. And so that painting was done by a man named Leonardo da Vinci. And he made lots of drawings with Mary and Jesus and a cat. And so the lady that wrote this book, I think she knew about those drawings and thought it would be a good story. I kind of like it. All right, we're going to do a little bit of rhyming. And we're going to do a little bit of rhyming and putting a baby Jesus into a manger. So I'm going to get my board here. And I have 6 things on my board. And I'll tell you what the pictures are so we can try to make the matches. So I have rip, bed, sun, tub, vet, and hop. A vet is also the same name of a veterinarian. But when I play this game, I like to call him a vet. That's the word that matches. It rhymes with another word. All right, let's look again. Sun, bed, rip, tub, vet, and hop. All right, I have a little baby Jesus, and there is a baby bear called a cub. Cub and tub. Ooh, that's a rhyme. Cub, tub. Okay, let me put Jesus right here because cub and tub rhyme. All right, here's another one. Net. Okay, look at the cards that I have already. What does net rhyme with? Net rip, net bed, net vet. Ooh, net and vet. There's another rhyme. All right, I'll tuck Jesus in there. Net and vet. Ooh. All right, here comes another one. Okay, zip. Zip sun, zip bed, zip rip. Oh, you're right. Zip and rip. Okay. Ooh, here's the color red. Red hop, red bed, red sun. Ooh, red bed. Oh, it looks like we have 2 more. All right, here's a hot dog, and an arrow is pointing to the bun. Bun hop or bun sun? Ooh, bun sun it is. And my last rhyme, mop and hop. Ooh, if you were a very good rhymer, I bet you knew all of these even before I did them. And guess what? You have this game to play at your house too. And there's these, but there's also more. So I wonder if you'll be as good as you were today doing all of those rhymes. All right, let's sing our goodbye song. And then I can work on a game for us to play together on the computer. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, to you. God bless you everywhere you go, in all you say and do. Goodbye, 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 my friends, to you. God bless you everywhere you go, in all you say and do. Bye, friends. Have a good day.